You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone. Your business community at work. Representing the Vernal area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Hi, I'm Adam Massey with the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, and my co-host Irene Hansen with the Duchesne County Chamber is out today. So I've invited Lesha Colthorp from Uintah County Travel and Tourism to be our guest. And welcome to Chamber Zone. Glad to have you, Lesha. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for inviting me. It's always fun to get out what travel and tourism's doing and be able to come and sit and visit with you today. So
well, I appreciate that. And you know, travel and tourism, we try to meet once a week when we can. Our schedules are kind of busy, so we kind of work back and forth between chamber and travel and tourism. And you know, I've noticed everything. Tourism is really up. We've got a lot of people coming in, a lot of neat things going on, and I know you guys have put in a lot of hard work over there. And one of the exciting things I've seen is your new guide that you've got out. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we just produced our new area guide called Wall of Bones, and it's a basic summary of our area. So we were able to get some funding from the State Office of Tourism, so we didn't have to sell ads in our magazine, and we can just highlight the fun things there are to do. This page I turn to right now is top 10 things to do in Dinosaur Land. You know, be a paleontologist, go to the gorge, take a picture, run the river, hike or bike, hook a worm, stir up the Wild West, nuke a marshmallow, dig up the past, or get wet. Those are all things that you can come and experience and do in Vernal, and it's so fun to be able to have this job and to be able to get the word out of all the fun things there is in our area. We also have a listing of the hotels and restaurants, and I know that really pays tribute to the chamber. Most of those are members, and anyways, it's just fun to be able to have them listed in there, have pictures of some of the restaurants and some of the hotels, and it's also interactive on the web where people can, guests planning their trip to Vernal can come and click on that and just make their reservation right there. And
well, I know, and I know you and I have talked too, and I know you guys have been to some really fun shows this year. Las Vegas, I remember, I think Denver also, if I remember right, Salt Lake, and I know at those shows you guys have gave away a lot of information. There's a lot of people excited about coming to Uintah County.
Yeah, there is. I mean, wow, we were in Salt Lake just a couple weekends ago at a travel show, and we gave out twice as many as we gave out last year. I mean, the snoop piece is just amazing, and it just has beautiful photography, and it just really highlights our area. And you can pick up one of these magazines. They're in all the hotels and some of the restaurants, and then the museum has it, and then also the chamber has some. And so stop and pick one up and just see. I mean, there's so many locals that just don't know what there is to see and do here. So,
absolutely, I know. Well, and talking about that, last year you guys did some really neat day trips. I had an opportunity to go on a couple of those, and actually to a couple of places I hadn't been before. I think it was Moonshine Arch. I'd never been up there, heard about it, and I thought, hey, I'm working at the chamber. People come in all the time and ask me. I at least need to know where these places are and be able to explain to them how to get there and talk a little bit about them. And I know you're planning on doing some neat day trips again this year.
Yeah, we are. So last summer we did 6 day trips, and we did those on Wednesdays, and we did all of those in the morning, and we went to Moonshine Arch, Fantasy Canyon, the dinosaur tracks at Red Fleet, McConkey Ranch. We did all the museums in town, and then we attempted to have a beach party at Staniker, but so we just have some really fun things, but we're going to be doing those again this summer. And so we're going to do 4 in the mornings, and then we're going to try 2 night trips also, so that people that work can come and do those things with their family and just get out and see these places. Like you said, Fantasy Canyon is an amazing place, but I think that so many people are just scared to take that adventure and go by themselves. So it's fun to come. We usually get an expert, state parks, BLM. When we go to McConkey Ranch, Commissioner Raymond goes and does that one with us. So it's just fun to be able to get the community out. I mean, one of the best ways to advertise is word of mouth. And so once you've experienced it and then you go and tell your friends, it's great. It's great to get it out there. So
one that I remember besides Moonshine Arch was going up and looking at the petroglyphs up at the McConkey Ranch. And Commissioner Raymond went, and we had a great time. I really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. I took my 2 little boys, and they hadn't been up and seen the petroglyphs, so it's a great opportunity. A lot of times, like you say, we live here, so I think sometimes we take these things for granted just because they're here. And when we get an opportunity to go and experience them ourselves or take our kids, and then like you say, we pass that around with word of mouth, and there are some really neat things to do here, obviously.
There are, and I just this morning, Adam and I was out at Dinosaur National Monument, and I was talking to a couple, and they were from California, and he had just retired, and he was early 70s, and said that he's always wanted to come here and see the Wall of Bones his whole entire life.
Wow.
And so, yeah, his wife was telling me that she had always dreamed of going to the Grand Canyon, and they went, and it wasn't opened, I guess, because like the North Rim's not open right now or something, but she said, you know, they just kept driving because he just always wanted to come here, and he was just amazed, you know. And I think we just take it for granted. It's all in our backyard, and we just don't think about it. And I mean, there's people that just dream of getting here their whole life. So
that was one of the first things that I noticed at Chamber when we had people come in. We'd have people from France, people from England, all over the country that wanted to come to Vernal to see, you know, either the museums or the monument, or, you know, just come and experience some of the things we had. I'll never forget, a gentleman came in with his wife, and they take a trip. They're from England, but every year they take a month-long trip in the United States. And this was the second time in 3 years they'd been to Vernal. And I said to see the museum and do everything in the monument. And I said, you know, of all the places you could go, and you came back here 2 out of 3 years, why? And he said, this is one of our most favorite places we've ever been. We just absolutely love the scenery, varied scenery that you have. You know, just come and see the museum, the dinosaur bones, everything that's available here. We just love this area. And that blew me away. I was really, you know, I thought that's fantastic. You know, those are the kind of people, because they go and tell their friends and everybody that they deal with, and so it makes it really neat.
It is. It's just, like I said, you know, we just don't think about it, but it's just an amazing place that we're lucky enough to live here, and most people just dream of coming here and being able to experience this stuff.
Well, and it really makes you appreciate that when you talk. Sometimes you see these people and they're so excited to be here. It makes you appreciate what we have here and our way of life that we experience here. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Fantastic.
It's very fun. Yeah.
We'll be back in a few minutes to talk more about your local chamber and city events right after this.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uintah Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Today I'm visiting with Lesha Colthorp from Uintah County Travel and Tourism, and as we're visiting today, we just got through with a really exciting event at our museum, the cultural facility that they added on to. You know, it's always neat when we have these new grand openings, the ribbon cuttings for these new events. It just gives Vernal more to showcase for our visitors from out of the area, but it's also great for our locals to be able to have the opportunity to go over there, see this facility and how it works, and all the neat things that go along with that, Lesha.
Yeah, so we are just so fortunate in our area that we were able to, you know, receive funding for this new curational facility and be able to keep all the things that have been collected here in the area, all the, you know, fossils and everything, and be able to keep them here and not be able to, you know, not have to ship them out. So I hope that you all were able to attend that event and be able to get that once in a lifetime view of what was in there. But you know, even if you missed it, you can still go and see their new paleontologist lab that they have open. So I mean, it's just amazing. If you haven't been to the museum in the last few months, you can just walk in, and where the windows to the outside used to be now look into a lab. And so, and they're in there just working on bones that they've collected from the area. They have these 2 tusks in there that are from you know, a mammoth, that are just amazing. You know, I mean, I can't even remember how old they said they were, but just, you know, really old, and so cool to see them in there and working on those. So I don't know, it's just a big feature, and we're so lucky to have that. And hey, did you know, Adam, that if you have a state parks pass, it can get you into the museum for free?
You know, I didn't know that. You came to Chamber a while back and talked about that. Maybe let everybody know how that works.
Yeah, so I know we all purchase our state parks pass so that we can go up to Staniker and go to the beach, or go boating at Red Fleet, or fishing or whatever, but the Utah Field House of Natural History is also a state park. And so if you have one of those cute little passes, red, green, blue, whatever color, hang from your window that are good for a whole year, that also will get you and 8 people into the museum for free.
Wow,
so,
8 people. That's fantastic. What a great opportunity. That's a huge bargain on that.
Yeah, and you know what? We're lucky we have 3 state parks here in Vernal, and then of course we have one over in Duchesne County, but there's 43 all over the state, and that state parks pass will get you into all 43.
Oh, that's fantastic. For people looking, maybe if money's a little bit tight this year and you want to stay closer to home, you can go to some of these other parks and get in with that park pass. So that's fantastic.
I mean, it's a great deal, $75, and you can just go all the time. So, and then they also have a couple state park passes at the library, so you can check out and go enjoy the state parks. So another fun thing, Adam, we have going on with state parks is that this summer in August, the second weekend in August, we're having the first annual paddle festival. So, and it's the first one in Utah, and what'll happen is it's a Friday night, all day Saturday event, and it's with canoes and paddle boards, and there'll be lots of vendors there, and you'll be able to get out and you know, try some of these new things, these new sports that are going on in the water. No motorized boats, but there's going to be a concert and just a party, and it's just going to be so fun. So
I've been able to attend some of those meetings with you, Lesha, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to get a fantastic turnout. What's really neat about it is I like the family aspect of it. You can bring your kids up, you know, bring others. Going to be a neat atmosphere there to for your family. There'll be food, there'll be different vendors that will be there, and like you said, a concert one night. Yeah, it's going to be a great event, and if you want to learn more about, I didn't have any idea paddle boats were as big a deal as they are.
I know.
And that they have these paddle festivals all over as we got more into this, and I got really excited about it because I don't swim very good. I swim like a rock, but for everybody else, I'll probably go up and watch, but I don't know if you'll get me in one of the boats. But yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to have that here, and what an opportunity to work with some of you know, state parks and different things like that we can get these events here and work with them and make them happen.
It is, and you know, we're just loaded on events for this summer, and you know, we're lucky we have such a good working relationship with the chamber, and we're able to sit down weekly, like you said, and to kind of plan some of these events and figure out how we can be involved with them. But you know, we always have the annual shoot that we have in June that we help with, and then of course there's, you know, the Outlaw Trail, and then the rodeo, and just all kinds of stuff going on and happening, and it's good to be able to promote those things so that it's something extra for those that are coming here on vacation, but also those that live here. So.
Absolutely, and I think the new guides are out 101 things to see and do. If they're not yet, they're probably are
they're
coming
in the process,
quickly.
I think,
exactly. They'll have those out, and those are always a lot of fun. And sometimes you're sitting around on a weekend and you're wondering, what should I do? You know, the kids are out of school. We need to do something, or even during the week if you're off, and you know, you pick those up and start looking around. We have a lot of neat places to go.
We do.
That you can go and enjoy, and gosh, if you love to fish or any of that, there's things to do all the time.
There is. There's lots of stuff, and it's been really fun in this job to be able to, you know, learn about new places, but also the people that we've been able to meet from all over the world that just come here on vacation and.
Yeah, and have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and they spend a lot of time saving money to come here too.
They do.
And it's, you know, and you and I have talked about this too. You know, we're having different ball tournaments. I think this year we've got a Southwest Regional, if I remember right, that's going to be here. A baseball tournament that's coming. I know sometimes it's hard to get into the hotels because they are busy. Obviously, we just got a brand new hotel that opened up, another one that's being built. We're getting new ventures going in. I can't remember, I'm sorry. Help me with the name of the new mall on the outside of town.
Oh yeah, where they're building some new restaurants and different
they've got some neat things going up. Dickey's is up there now. They've got a Sally's coming in.
And Costa Vida coming in.
So we're getting a lot of really neat things here. And it's great economy-wise, and as far as the chamber's concerned, you know, that's what it's all about. We like to see those businesses coming here. So
yeah, and we like to, from our standpoint too, we like to see people come and stay the night in hotels and eat in our restaurants and buy their gas and everything like that. And so we also, it's kind of been known as Vernal's a hard place to get a room, but we've been able to, you know, with the supply going up, with the 2 new hotels opening in our county and then 1 being built, there's a little more of a supply, and we've been able to put some packages together with some of the hotels for tourists, and we just feel it's going to be a real good summer. So.
Well, it is, and Vernal's always a busy time during the summer, and we appreciate people that come here. It helps our economy, and that's what it's all about, so we appreciate that, and it's been great to have you here today. Appreciate it, Lesha. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Adam.
That's it for Chamber Zone. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.